Let us pray. O Lord our God, so often when we think of you, we raise our eyes to the skies. Here at every riddle, the sound of an aircraft's engines also has us raising our eyes to the skies. Today, O Lord, we outdo ourselves and raise our eyes and our hearts to thank you for the skies full of planes and spaceships. You are the source of the aeronautical talents responsible for this. No matter our stage of belief or disbelief, we pause to thank you, Almighty God, for endowing us with the various talents and the consuming interest in aeronautics that we have developed along the way to this day of recognition, of achievement, and of celebration. We look forward to new and steady growth as we end one era, our lives as students, and enter another era, our earning a living using what we have learned. Help us in your spirit, O Lord, to recognize more truly that your gifts to us, our talents, are not mere trifles for our own enjoyment, but are the tools you have placed in our hands to forge our world and the hearts of all people into the shapes of happiness. May we then show to you fitting praise and thanks by living life fully and with joy, and by loving all human beings with openness and honesty. And Lord, please hear a postscript for these graduates from those of us who stay behind. May love be ever in your heart. May joy be yours to share. And wherever your dreams lead you, may contentment find you there. Amen. And one final time, be good. Please be seated. It is a great pleasure to welcome the families and friends of the graduates, community friends, and our distinguished guests to the most important and probably the most anticipated event on our academic calendar, graduation. A photography area is available to my right so that families may photograph the students. Of individual, General Kenneth L. Tom, President Tom.
Thank you. Members of the graduating class, your parents, your friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I too extend the most hearty welcome to each of you here today. And to Father Morris's comment, I would add one other. He said, be good, and I'll say, and have fun. During any of our graduation ceremonies in years past, I would have been proud to introduce Dr. Edward Randy Jane as our commencement speaker. Dr. Jane has achieved more military, aviation, academic, and business credentials by the beginning of 1991 than many accomplished individuals hope to ever achieve. But now, in light of international events in the past few months, I'm even more proud to introduce Dr. Jane as today's speaker. The full significance of his role in America's national defense has emerged with our participation in the Persian Gulf War. And if you are now familiar with such weapon systems as the F-15 and the F-18 and the Tomahawk, the cruise, or the Harpoon missile, you can truly appreciate the responsibility which Randy Jane has had with McDonnell Douglas, where he is now the president of McDonnell Douglas Missile Systems Company. As young men and women who are now ready to go out and face the challenges of an increasingly competitive world, I'm sure you will also appreciate the comments and the advice of a man who achieved notable success and recognition before the age of 30. His formal education included an undergraduate degree from the Air Force Academy in 1966, followed by completion of doctoral work in political science at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He completed this intense doctoral program while continuing in his 15 years of service to the United States Air Force. And then, even before leaving the Air Force, his talents and his efforts were recognized with prestigious governmental appointments as a White House Fellow at age 29 and as a member of the National Security Council staff at age 31. And these effectively paved the way for Dr. Jane to serve the U.S. government for almost 3 more years as Associate Director of National Security and International Affairs. And at the age of 33, Dr. Jane moved to the private sector, assuming the vice presidency with General Dynamics. And after 7 years, almost 7 years in this post, he moved to McDonnell Douglas, where he was a vice president for 2 divisions before attaining the presidency of the Missile Systems Company. In addition to all that, he is still very active as an F-15 pilot in the Missouri National Guard. I'm sure you'd agree these are remarkable achievements for a person of any age, and certainly of one who is only now in his mid-40s. So regardless of the career path that you might choose, you can only benefit from the words of Dr. Randy Jane, and it is therefore my great pleasure to introduce him as this year's commencement speaker. Randy?
General Tom, distinguished members of the podium, faculty, parents, students, guests, especially the class of 1991. This is really a day of celebration. If you think about it, graduation speeches are really a unique breed of communication in America. They're a little bit like the sports coach standing in front of the team trying to give a pep talk about next week's game while the team is celebrating today's double overtime victory. So I keep that in mind as I stand before you today. For the many of us in this hall who have ourselves set where you are, we may or may not remember any words from our own graduation or others that we've attended. There are members of the faculty and staff here who I'm sure would run out of fingers and toes in counting the number of graduation addresses they've heard. One of the things I thought about was how much any of us remember any of that. And that guided me a bit in bringing the message to you here today. I distinctly remember in my life 2 graduation addresses. Both were important to me. Both were relevant to all of us here today. The first of these occurred 25 years ago, within a couple of weeks of today, when my own graduating class was addressed by Dr. Harold Brown, who at that time was the Secretary of the Air Force, and later to be the Secretary of Defense of the United States. The Secretary's message was a penetrating insight into the decades to follow the mid-60s. It was an outline of sorts for the careers that most of us who heard him that day were to follow. Brown was a brilliant scientist in his own right, a PhD in physics, and he described for us many of the technologies required to produce tomorrow's aerospace products, commercial and military. And as I recall, he spoke of turbofan engines, of digital computers, lightweight metals. Harold Brown's message, though, was not just designed to motivate us regarding the fantastic technologies that lay ahead. The really profound point that he made, the one that I remember and the one that I want to share with you today, was this. He underlined and emphasized and drove home the requirement for performance. He talked of the combat demands on military systems, of the competitive challenges that face commercial aerospace products, and he urged us young graduates to deliver not just the technology, not just the technical performance of the product, but performance across the board. Affordability, availability, reliability, safety, and low cost. Meeting that challenge is, of course, just as tall a mountain today as it was then. Yes, you in the class of '91 have better tools, better training, better techniques available than we did in earlier generations. But your performance challenges, I would submit, and the complexity of the technologies you work with today have also increased substantially. Harold Brown's message, put simply, was a challenge regarding performance in the most demanding world of technology. And so as you enter your chosen professions, and especially those of you who will join us in aerospace, world-class performance will be a prerequisite, not just for success, but for economic survival. Now, as you hold that thought, let me share the second commencement address that I told you that I remembered so clearly and vividly. It happened, interestingly enough, in that same football stadium in Colorado, one where General Tallman and I have enjoyed many celebrations over the years. This time I stood 3 years prior, a much younger student, watching upperclassmen graduate in June of 1963. The mood that day in Falcon Stadium was electric. A huge crowd arrived, anxious to hear the young President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Remember now, this was before the depths of the Vietnam War, but it was after the Soviets had won the first rounds of the race for space. The Cold War, while very real, had thawed a bit since Nikita Khrushchev had pounded his shoe on the desk of the United Nations. But there were problems around the world, problems that challenged not only American leadership, but American innovation. President Kennedy spoke that day also about aerospace and about new technologies, and he talked about America's space program and the prospect of supersonic air travel. But most of all, he talked to us about vision, our nation's vision of freedom and the opportunity for success for everyone, and about our individual vision for each new college graduate. His message to those seniors was simple. If your own personal vision is a challenging one, you can look forward to a rewarding, motivating, and exciting future. If your interests take you into the exciting world of aerospace and related new technologies, there is no end to the potential excitement and sense of fulfillment. As the President spoke, he was asking each graduate to commit to make a difference in whatever field they chose. And for a number of professions, John Kennedy had a vision, each one a tall challenge in itself. For aeronautics, his vision in 1963 was to create a supersonic transport. For careers in space, his vision was to put men and women on the moon. For defense, it was to devise weapons able to defend American interests in any situation, large or small, anywhere on the globe. And for that very, very brand new world of digital computers in 1963, the President's vision was to speed and simplify all the numerically complex tasks in our world. As I pondered in recent weeks what thoughts to share with you here today, and as I thought about the risk of being the person that stood up and said something that was soon forgotten or little remembered, my own message became very clear. Rather than try to improve on either of those themes, I decided to commend them to you as outstanding guideposts for 1991. Harold Brown's challenge regarding high-tech performance and John Kennedy's noble vision of freedom and progress are certainly applicable for each of you graduates and for all of us here today, for that matter. In the world economy, America continues to lead in aerospace, and we have delivered aircraft and defense trade surpluses year after year after year. Remember, when Brown and Kennedy spoke in the 60s, we enjoyed similar leadership in automobiles, televisions, ocean shipping, and I just picked those three. Your challenge is to help us maintain our stature and preeminence in aerospace. Those of us in my generation really have not delivered in sustaining many of these other 1960s market advantages. Our nation's ability to sustain aerospace leadership in the 1990s and into the 21st century will demand both performance and vision, more than we have generated elsewhere in our economy. Just how much is at stake? The experts say, for example, that commercial aircraft traffic will more than double in this decade. Thousands of new commercial aircraft will be designed and built to meet this demand. If we meet the challenge, the great majority of these planes will be made in the USA. If not, well, we have seen what can happen if we allow ourselves to be outperformed. Our recent military experience in Desert Storm, with its many remarkable outcomes, demonstrates, I believe, the extent to which we can make performance and vision come together. On the performance side, U.S. systems like Tomahawk and Patriot, built and designed in many cases by graduates of Embry-Riddle and put together within a few miles of this campus, met and perhaps even exceeded Harold Brown's demanding standards. While we in McDonnell Douglas and all of the U.S. defense industry take tremendous pride in that remarkable performance, we at the same time have to be impressed by the capabilities of European and Soviet and other weapons. Weapons which we must be prepared to meet not only on the battlefield, but in the world marketplace as well. And as for vision, our military leadership, air, land, and sea, certainly demonstrated the kind of innovation and inventiveness and plain old risk-taking that John Kennedy was describing. Yankee ingenuity, while not automatic or not genetic, can be continuously renewed by hard work. So what lies ahead for you, the class of '91? For those of you who are bitten by the flying bug, like General Tolman and me, the world will need 60,000 more airline pilots in the next decade and a half. And military aviators will be able to fly not only advanced versions of the F-15s and F-18s and other aircraft that perform so well in Desert Storm, but new airplanes just now on the drawing boards. In a variety of other technical fields, from engineering to air traffic control, from management to accounting, the demand continues to grow in our business and across our economy for well-trained, motivated new talent. As many of you embark on the next steps of these important careers, you will encounter that great opportunity. As you pack up to move on from Daytona, be sure you take the right things with you. Check for your own version of John Kennedy's vision. And be sure you include your own personal checklist for your own brand of Harold Brown's commitment to performance. And as you put the campus in the rearview mirror, remember all that you were able to carry away and why. Take the best of what you've been taught and use it to help yourself and to teach others. It's a tremendous honor for me to have been able to share this important day with you. That honor will no doubt continue as many of you have the chance to join me in the aerospace profession or in the military service. To family, friends, faculty, and undergraduates, congratulations for your many contributions to each graduate's success. And to each member of the class of 1991, best wishes as you begin a new career journey. May your takeoffs be smooth, your cruise straight and high, and your landing soft. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. J. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we want to present a special group of graduates who are completing their degrees with honors. I'd ask that the lights be placed back on. They will be recognized individually when their names are announced as they cross the stage to receive their diplomas. Graduates wearing white cords have achieved grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.69 and are graduating cum laude. Graduates wearing red cords have achieved grade point averages of between 3.7 and 3.89 and are graduating magna cum laude. Graduates wearing gold cords have earned a grade point average of between 3.9 and 4.0 and are graduating summa cum laude. Could we have the lights on, please? I'm going to ask these students graduating with honors to please stand and be recognized. Would you so stand? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Robert Ruckert, the Dean of Student Affairs, to make two special presentations. Dean Ruckert.
The Board of Trustees of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University recently established an award in honor of John C. Adams, Jr., President of Hill, Rogel, and Hamilton Company of Daytona Beach, and a long-standing trustee of Embry-Riddle. The trustees were unanimous in resolving that the most appropriate recognition for his activities would be to establish a living tribute to Mr. Adams. In announcing the award, President Tallman described Mr. Adams as a selfless, dedicated individual who has consistently contributed to the university's development programs as well as the community needs. The John C. Adams, Jr. Community Service Award is to be presented annually to a graduating senior who has given of his or her time and talents to the university and the local community. Mr. Adams is with us today to present the inaugural award. Mr. Adams.
Thank you, Dean. Would Charles S. Foster please come forward?
Mr. Adams is presenting Charles Foster a check for $500 and a plaque designating him the recipient of the John C. Adams Community Service Award for his service to the school and the community. Soon after arriving at Embry-Riddle, Charles Foster joined with Father Morris to form a folk group which plays at church services in Spruance Hall. This activity led to Charles becoming the music director and guitar player for campus ministry. He has continued in that position for 2.5 years, and through it became involved in the campus ministry student advisory board, while still finding time to work as a student grader and participate in intramural sports. Charles has participated in activities such as speaking to a group of minority students at Ormond Beach Junior High School concerning goals, opportunities, and responsibilities. He returns to that school from time to time on an informal basis to keep in touch with these students. He took part in the American Lung Association Lung 100 Bike Rally and has been active in Brothers of the Wind, Omicron Delta Kappa Leadership Honor Society, the Embry-Riddle Christian Fellowship, and the Badminton Club, and has served as a judge at science fairs. He was selected for Who's Who in American colleges and universities and received a scholarship from the American Mensa organization. Charles is graduating today with a degree in aeronautical science and a minor in aviation business administration.
Each commencement, an outstanding graduating senior is selected to receive the President's Award. Candidates for this award of distinction are selected on the basis of academic excellence, campus activities, and the contributions they make to the university and the local community. These students are leaders who challenge others around them to think, to question, and to act. Candidates for this award are recommended by representatives of the faculty, the staff, and the student body. Selection for this honor reflects campus-wide recognition of the recipient's outstanding accomplishments. President Thomas, will you join me at the podium?
I'm very pleased today to announce a senior who is receiving the President's Award. Richard Loretta, will you please come forward?
Bachelor of Science degree in Aviation Business Administration. During his 4 years at Embry-Riddle, Rich has received the John C. Adams Management Scholarship and the National Elks Foundation Scholarship. He is listed in Who's Who in American colleges and universities and has been very active in the American Association of Airport Executives, having served as Treasurer, Vice President, and President. He has also been a member of the Management Club, Omicron Delta Kappa Leadership Honor Society, and the Senior Class Council. He has worked both on and off campus and still found time to participate as a development phone-a-thon caller and trainer. Both Northwest Airlines and American Airlines have given Rich hands-on experience in the aviation industry by allowing him to work in their internship programs. This has reinforced his future plans and goals of working as a manager for a major airline. Rich dreams of someday starting his own airline. Congratulations, Rich, on receiving the President's Award for your outstanding scholarship and leadership.
Embry-Riddle is fortunate to have several armed forces commissioning programs active on the Daytona Beach campus. The Air Force ROTC detachment has the largest elective enrollment of any civilian institution in the country, while the Army ROTC detachment is one of the highest growth programs in the nation. We are extremely proud of our graduates and have become the newest second lieutenants in our nation's armed forces. Will they please stand at this time and be recognized? At this time, I would like to recognize two cadets from this group. Will Second Lieutenant Eric J. Dawson from the Air Force and Second Lieutenant William J. Fortner from the Army please come forward. Crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger. These awards are given for superior leadership, academic achievement, and contributions to the community which best personify the dedication and courage exemplified by the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger. And in recognition of these students as top cadets commissioned at the Daytona Beach campus of Embry-Riddle. President Tolman, will you join me at the podium to make this special presentation, please? It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the president of the senior class, Mike Hinderlaw. Mike.
President Tallman, Dr. Williams, Dr. Jane, university officers, Provost Martin Blanchard, deans, directors, and administrators, members of the board of trustees, and visitors, faculty, and staff, family and friends, my fellow graduates, good morning. Did I miss anyone? On behalf of the spring 1991 class, I'd like to welcome you all to Embry-Riddle's graduation ceremony. Approximately 2 hours, we, the graduating class of 1991, will be entering the so-called real world. We have prepared for this transition for most of our lives. We could not have done without the help of our parents, the administration, the faculty, and the staff, and our peers. Some of our peers comprise of the senior class council. This is a group of 60-plus volunteers who all work together this semester to make several of our senior class events very successful. This time, I'd like the members of the senior class council to please stand and be recognized. And on behalf of the senior class council, I'd like to recognize our senior class advisor, Roy Ranthers, who put much time and effort into the senior class and kind of coordinate all activities and make a big success. For the last 4 years at Embry-Riddle, it's been our final refinement period for shaping our minds, thoughts, and character. Today marks an end to the all-nighters, research projects, and academic exams. However, the real test will soon be upon us. This test is of our character, morals, and perseverance in both our personal and professional lives. I feel confident that we'll be able to meet these demands and we all will succeed. I believe Embry-Riddle has a special layer about it, which is the determination of each student to succeed. I've not seen one senior here today who does not have a goal or a direction in mind which she carried with him or herself throughout these past 4 years. This determination has been nurtured over the past 4 years by the administration, faculty, staff, and our friends and families. And at this time, I'd like to thank all the faculty and staff for their contributions and efforts to keep us on our path towards success. Over this semester, the senior class has chosen to recognize and honor an elite group of faculty and staff members. Give us a little extra push. At this time, I'd like all the faculty award winners to stand and be recognized. The most honored guests here today are our parents. We couldn't have done it without you, and we, the graduating class of 1991, guarantee you a high return on your investment. Thanks for all your blood, sweat, and tears, which led us to the ceremony. And last but not least, on behalf of our graduating class, I'd like to express a sincere thanks to the Most Honorable President Kent Daytona, who will retire this year. You have brought many positive and permanent changes to Embry-Riddle and our university, which I truly appreciate. Sincere dedication will remain in our memories, and we wish you good luck. I guess when we go out, we're going out with the best, and you'll be great for me. It's almost over. I'd like to end this speech with a short poem by Robert Fulton, titled All I Ever Really Need to Know and Learn in Kindergarten. Most of what I really need to know about how to live, what to do, and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom isn't at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the Sandbox Nursery School. These are the things I learned. Share everything, play fair, don't let people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't think things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, flush, warm cookies and cold milk are good for you, live a balanced life, learn some, think some, and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work some every day. Take a nap every afternoon when you go out into the world, watch the traffic, be aware of number. Remember the little sheet in plastic cup? The roots go up, and the plant goes up. The roots go down in high school. I failed that. And nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice, and even a seed in a little plastic cup, they all die, so do we. And then remember the book about Dick and Jane, and the first word you learn, the biggest word of all. Look, everything you need to know is out there somewhere. The golden rule, love, basic sanitation, ecology, politics, and sane living. Think of what a better world would be if we all, the whole world, had cookies about 3 o'clock every afternoon, and then lay down with our blankets for a nap. Or if we have a basic policy in our nation, and all other nations always put things back to the family and clean up our own messes. And it's still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out in the real world, it's best to hold hands and stick together. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. In his speech, Mike recognized the members of the faculty who were selected outstanding faculty members by the graduating students. At this time, I am pleased to recognize the recipient of the Outstanding Teacher Award, an honor bestowed upon this person by peers. This faculty member was selected by a faculty committee from a group of truly outstanding nominees and is representative of the best of a group of quality faculty members who instruct and guide the students of Embry-Riddle. Dr. Elliot Jacobs, will you please come to the stage?
Dr. Elliot Jacobs received his PhD in mathematics from several years later, while teaching at a small college in Ohio. He read an advertisement in a professional journal that piqued his interest. It was an unusual ad for a college professor because it asked only that the applicant have a desire to excel in the classroom. That advertisement brought Dr. Jacobs to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. In his presentation of mathematical theories, Dr. Jacobs' ability to use examples that relate to the student's interests allows his students to see the actual applications of math while learning the concepts. With engineering students, he uses examples of different types of transportation. With computer science students, he uses software applications. And with business students, he makes sure to put a dollar sign in front of the numbers. He is able to involve the reluctant student who doesn't quite understand the material, as well as the eager student who has all the answers. His knowledge of mathematics is obvious, but he doesn't make the student feel inferior. He puts a tremendous amount of energy and enthusiasm into his classroom presentation, and the care with which he prepares his classes is evident. Asked why he believes he is able to excel in the classroom, Dr. Jacobs replied, "Love of my subject and love of my students." Dr. Williams is presenting a plaque to Dr. Jacobs and a check for $1,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will present the candidates for degrees. As the graduates cross the stage, they will be greeted by President Tallman, Dr. Jane, and Mr. J. Adams, all of whom you have already met. Mr. Jim O'Connor, a member of our Board of Trustees, will also participate.
You're not. The candidates will now come to the platform to receive their diplomas.
Candidates, Aviation Maintenance Technology. Keith Edwin Aiken. Alton Ashwood. Lonnie Otis Browning IV. Charles Berthier Coleman IV. Curtis Lee Fairheller. Dan A. Greenewald. Stephen Andrew McRae. Robert Michael Potts. Theodore John Riccio. Edward Stewart Smith. Candidates for the degree of Associate in Science in Aircraft Maintenance. John Leonard Oldham. Philip Allen Staley. Candidate for the degree of Associate in Science in Avionics Technology. Kevin Eric Kaler. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Science. Douglas Edward Alderin, Omicron Delta Kappa. Robert John Andrews, Second Lieutenant. John Detweiler Angeny, the 5th. Paul Jesus Arambidi. Gary J. Bacon. Mark William Bagstrom. Richard Allen Barlow, Jr. Daniel John Barone. Harry Pratt Denham, II, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Cheryl Lee Bond, Second Lieutenant, Who's Who, 1990, Senior Class Counsel. Brian Paul Bowie. David A. Boyd. Susan Renee Boyne, Secretary, Senior Class Counsel. Jonathan Paul Bradley. David Feriol Brulett. Stephanie Kalkani. Randolph Neil Campbell. Daniel J. Candelaria, Senior Class Counsel. William R. Cannon. David George Carpenter, Jr., Who's Who, 1991, Omicron Delta Kappa, Senior Class Counsel. Patrick Terrence Cassidy, Second Lieutenant. Francis Arthur Charles. Michael E. Christian. John Christian Christopher. Karen Dale Clark, Society for Collegiate Journalists. Francis Matthew Clementi. Frank J. Colangelo. Patrick David Collins, Second Lieutenant. Jose Enrique Colon. Scott A. Cooper. Joseph W. J. Cooper. Henry John Cullen III. Stacy Lynn Cummings, Who's Who, 1991, Omicron Delta Kappa. Christopher Stephen Curran. Jessica Stetson Daisy. Jeffrey Thomas Dalton. Carol Margaret Dean, National Dean's List. Margaret Gerald Detweiler. William P. Dickinson, Senior Class Counsel. William Patrick Dolan. David John Doncaster, Senior Class Counsel. Neil Preston Drescher. John Edward Du Bois. William Wallace Dunn. Kyle Henderson Edmondson. Brian David Emery. J. Thomas Erskine. Peter Joseph Fagan, Second Lieutenant, USAF. Robert Lee Fergus. Jonathan Marshall Ford. William Joel Fortner, Second Lieutenant. Charles Steele Foster, Omicron Delta Kappa, Who's Who, 1990. Damon Everett Frazee. John Antos Fasora. David Harold Fulton, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Thomas Andrew Gallagher, Second Lieutenant. Lee M. Garvin. Philip Eugene Gendro, Jr. Brian Joseph Girk. Montgomery Cates Gerwig. Roger Lee John Santee. Martin F. Getz. John Wesley Goodman. John Edward Halder. Michael Albert Hallett. Matthew Cannon Hansen, Senior Class Counsel. Bradley Allen Harding. James J. Harryhill. Robert Garland Hartsfield. Rita Michelle Harwood, Second Lieutenant. Richie Lee Helton, Senior Class Counsel. Scott David Perwick. Kerry D. Hill. Candace May Hillock. Charles Thomas Holthaus. Michael Dean Holfeck. Paul Hufstead, Senior Class Counsel. Matthew Winfrey Jewett. Curtis Wayne Johnson, Second Lieutenant. Terrence Dever Jones. John Jurek. Paul Francis Kaminsky, Senior Class Counsel. Christian Michael Carnes. Edward George Kelchner, Second Lieutenant. Kimberly Joan Kessel. John Lehman Kikos. Patrick Michael Kilcommons. Zacharias Crusadas. Michael Lewis Crabb. Mark Eugene Krebs. John Joseph Kroll. Michael Gary Lamarca. Joseph Andrew Anthony Lewandowski. William Irvin Levitt III. Craig Daniel Louise. Todd Vincent McDonald. Peter Patrick Mack Jr., Second Lieutenant, magna cum laude. Joseph David Markowitz. Raphael Markwerder. Keith A. Martinich. Joseph John McCauley. Patrick Claire McManus. Kevin Andrew McNamara. Timothy James Moose. Thomas John Myers. Joseph Aaron Mitchum. Thomas J. Modulewski. Gregory Kent Morgan. Jeffrey D. Morris. John Lee Nichols, Senior Class Counsel. David Joseph Nowinski. Jeffrey Kurt O'Connor. Hugh Anthony O'Connor. Sean Edward O'Keefe, Senior Class Counsel. Sean Thomas O'Melia. Eric Joshua Oliger, Second Lieutenant. Paul Vincent Oliveri. Vincent Anthony Onomastikov, Senior Class Counsel. Anthony Padilla. Mark David Patterson. Gilbert Lee Patton III. Paul Joseph Pulowski. William Richard Payne. Philip G. Peevler. Joseph Leonard Pedita. Perry Lee Pelchin. Joseph Charles Perot. Paul D. Peterson. Kenneth William Petschauer. Edward John Phelps. Norton Robert Phelps III, Christopher James Phillips, Sean David Phillips, William Ezra Pilgrim, Christopher Allen Plumbeck, Jack L. Pollard, Senior Class Counsel, Werner Hans Rashdorf, Srinivas Reddy, Kirk Dawson Richards, Thomas Henry Richardson, Thomas Daniel Ring, Rodolfo Rios, Mark Christopher Ripa, Elise Wendy Robin, Randy Michael Rolls, Lance David Rush, Michael Anthony Sejacy, Richard William Schumann III, Second Lieutenant, Richard Seaman Jr., cum laude, Troy Matthew Self, Michael Edward Sen, Senior Class Counsel, Omicron Delta Kappa. Thomas James Shannon, Jeffrey Gordon Sykes, Stephen C. Simmers, Melissa Ann Simpson, Michael Scott Slasky, Second Lieutenant, cum laude. Tammy Lee Smart, Polly Carissa Smith, Second Lieutenant, Mark Vincent Spencer, Kevin Richard Stansbury, Troy Francis Stasic, William Lewis Stevens, Sigma Tau Delta, Robin I. Sukar, Timothy David Soring, Christine Joellen Temple, Senior Class Counsel, David Edward Thatcher, Jeffrey Owen Tillman, Michael Dean Vandegucci, David Edward Vermeulen, Todd Eric Wagner, magna cum laude, Sean Edward West, David Andrew Williams, Kurt Allen Williams, Mark Allen Worcester, David J. York, Kelly Ann Young, Society for Collegiate Journalists. Leroy C. Young, Jr., Senior Class Counsel. Elvis R. Zaldambidi. Jeff Scott Zambatello. Brian C. Zuber. Tariq Al-Mutawa. William Arthur Andrews, Jr. Sherry Denise Bailey, Senior Class Counsel. Roderick James Barth. Omar Alani Bawazir. John Darius Bellow. Thomas Michael Bergen. Wade Miles Bodie, Second Lieutenant. Brent A. Braun. James Cass Brown. Russell Tyler Brown, Second Lieutenant. John William Cavallaro. Thomas Michael Clark. Michelle L. Crow. Timothy Owen Cullen. Donna Marie Cuso. James Edwin DeFinis. Matthew Scott Deo, Second Lieutenant. John McNaughton Dockstader, cum laude. Jeffrey Francis Dolan. Jack Donahue. Jacqueline Dos Santos, Senior Class Counsel. Rico V. Dukas. Mark Daniel Ethan. Christopher Allen Ekstrom, Senior Class Counsel. Bart Eisen. Mark Brendan Ermans. Franz Moritz Ibers III. Michael James Fahy. Ramel K. Fernandez. Fred R. Field IV. David Henry Freck, Jr., cum laude. William Jeffrey Furr. Vito James Galucci. Edward Louis Garcia, Second Lieutenant. William Vincent Gilmore. John M. Gonzalez. Juan Jose Gonzalez. William Joseph Gosinski, Second Lieutenant. Carl Robert Gotel. Omar Michael Hamano. Joseph J. Hamilton. Ehab Meher Hama. Douglas Allen Hanson, 2nd Lieutenant. Elkikris Helena Hanson, cum laude. Derek Justin Hart. Ryan D. Heath, Senior Class Counsel. Carl Wayne Herberger, 2nd Lieutenant, cum laude. Matthew Derek Hildred, Senior Class Counsel. Ronald E. Huss, II. Mark Andrew Injemi. Victoria Marie Mary Minnie Johnson, Senior Class Counsel. Bryce Kenneth Johnson. Johnny E. Jones, cum laude. John Thomas Judge. Pamela Ann Kaspersky, cum laude. Trevor Roch Kent. Grayson Todd Key. Hang Song Kim. Alexander Savas Kokos. Angelo Paul Kupas. Matthew John Lambert. Dennis Keith Lawson, Jr. David Michael Lennon. James F. Leondike. Marcy Levito, Vice President, Senior Class Counsel. Vincent Cameron Linsky. Karen Lisa Malvey. Vincent Mandil. Dean Allen Manfa. Gregory Scott Marin. Brian Donald Madsack. Gershwin Randall May. John Michael McDermott. Lawrence Herman McManus. Christian David McShay. Timothy Scott Methven. Chad Hannock Miller. Lee Daniel Miller. Thomas Christopher Maria, 2nd Lieutenant. Bradley Scott Morganroth, Senior Class Counsel. Andrew J. Mulcahy. Dennis David Muller, Senior Class Counsel. Jason Richard Namella. John Scott O'Brien, Senior Class Counsel. Essendon H. Ozio. Royce C. Paul. Christopher Butler Finney. Mehdi Porkasali. Laura Patricia Powderly, Senior Class Counsel. David H. Puza. Mark Wade Ragusa. Simon F. Rankin. Matthew Ian Rapp, Senior Class Counsel. Pankaj Mahidra Raval, Senior Class Counsel, Omicron Delta Kappa. Dana Lavery Reeves. Edward J. Regan. David Vincent Ricketts. Robert James Roach. Robert Edwin Rodriguez. Annette Rosario. Angela Marie Rossman. Delzell Salmon. James R. Sanders. Pamela Marie Sholey. Peter Michael Sufert. Selwyn Baines Shand, Second Lieutenant. Glenn Allen Shepard, Senior Class Counsel. Irvin C. Sisson. Susan Marie Snyder. Gregory Philip St. Amour. Jason Scott Stevens. John Philip Seibert. John Dominic Shostak. Andrew Daniel Thomas Taggart. Andreas A. Theophanis. Richard John Thomas, Second Lieutenant. Mervyn Graham Thompson, III, Second Lieutenant. Henry R. Tomkowitz. Hao Chan Tong. Eric Ennis Turner. Susan Teresa Torek. David Matthew Tyson. Matthew Paul Van Buren. Sean Joseph Grandhouse. John Patrick Villano. William Henry Wall III. William Kenneth Watson, Second Lieutenant. Ronald Edward Wells. Gordon Douglas Wenner. Guy Michael West. Carl Zenny Jr. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Airway Science: Tara Lynn Alexander. Raymond Martin Basler, Jr., summa cum laude, second lieutenant, who's who, 1991. Richard Simmons Brown. Tammy Ann Clem. Richard William Garceau II. Warren Allen Kwong. Patrick Allen Schutt. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Technology: Rex William Armstrong, President of the Society of Commercial Aviation Technicians. John Patrick Bonetti. Brian Dominic Capello. Aaron Chan. Young Churchay. Mark D. Clooney, cum laude. Andrew M. Dalrymple. Dale Morgan Dodson, magna cum laude. Paul Eugene Dusick, second lieutenant. Gary Lee Grant. John Eric Hale, cum laude. Eric Page Hockman. Kingsley Adrian Jarvis. Douglas Neil Johnson, magna cum laude. Matthew John Jurgensen. Michael James Kelsey. Walter Mars Kressler III. Todd Samuel Leahy. Kumar S. Mannion. Tumasani Sanguini. Mark David Sawyer. Philip Edward Smith. Michael Allen Stanfield. Mark Wayne Stevens. Scott Talbot. Craig Richard Virgilio. Michael Joseph Walsh, Jr. Darrell Bradley Welch. Art N. Whitfield. Eric Dubin. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Avionics Engineering Technology: Pamela Ann Beamer. Thomas Jacob Gora, who's who, 1991, Avionics Engineering Technology Honor Society, Tau Alpha Pi. Sharif Mohammed Omar Kanji. Scott Campbell Newland. Thomas Nils Nilsson, Avionics Engineering Technology Honor Society, Tau Alpha Pi. Dawson L. Stanley. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Avionics Technology. Frank Earl Armstead. Walter Christopher Honchara. Kevin James Smith. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Professional Aeronautics. Eric Jason Dawson, Second Lieutenant. Martin Wilson Duke. Gregory Allen Fontaine, cum laude. Michael John Jurikowski, summa cum laude. Larry Kim Gerganis, Second Lieutenant. Michael Vincent Hall. Lawrence Wayne Wander. Achille McRae Margot. Timothy Patrick Martin. Sean Patrick Regan. William Lawrence Rocket. Randall Allen Rogers. Deborah Lee Varnon. Miguel Angel Villanueva, Senior Class Counsel. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the candidates within the College of Aviation Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Dr. William Graham, Acting Dean of the College of Engineering and Aviation Science, who will present the candidates from that college. Dr. Graham.
Mr. President, the faculty of the College of Engineering and Aviation Science are pleased to present candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Aircraft Engineering Technology, Associate of Science in Aviation Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Aviation Maintenance Management, Associate in Science in Aviation Computer Programming, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science in Aviation Applications, and I'm very proud to present the first graduate from Embry-Riddle with the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Physics. The candidates will now come to the platform to receive their diplomas.
Christopher S. Allen. Konstantinos Stavros Danaxis. Susan Rennie LaRue. Margot Renee Van Tassel. Candidate for the degree of Associate in Science in Aviation Computer Programming, Robert Newell Sell. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Engineering, Hassan Tawfiq Abu Kajil, Sigma Gamma Tau, cum laude. Mohammed Ahmed Al-Hamid. Hamid A. Al-Shamari. Nicholas D. Argyropoulos. Frank Loretto. Valerian Raymond Coutinho, Sigma Gamma Tau. Michael Kenneth Dembski. Julian Francisco de Zulueta. Scott Howard Deasman, Second Lieutenant. Robert William Griffin. Darrell Thomas Fox, Jr., Omicron Delta Kappa. Lynn Diana Hendrickson. William R. Jesse. Andrew Brian John. Nicholas H. Keatsman, Jr. Deborah Ann Kumpela. Warren Drew Martin. Mickey Charles McDowell, Second Lieutenant, Sigma Gamma Tau. Joseph Thomas McGilly, Sigma Gamma Tau. Joseph John McLaughlin. Mohammed Mujahid. Paul Lewis Radcliffe. Gregory Dennis Rumbaugh. John Edward Rusi, Jr., Second Lieutenant. Kenneth John Shutter. Eric M. Cease. Jeffrey Charles Siwick, Second Lieutenant. Samuel Lane Swenson, Second Lieutenant. Don Q. Thatch. Thomas Edward Volosky. Heather Jean Warden, Second Lieutenant. Bruce James Wilder. John Muggan Wilkins, Second Lieutenant. Kelly Jiro Yamashita. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering. Travis Matthew Burrows, Second Lieutenant. Alicia Rachel Cummings. Michael Evan Disbrow. Yuri Fisher. Juan Carlos Fontana. Edward J. Fati. Michael Douglas Freed. Vincent Louis Gelomini. Richard Edward Goes. David A. Graciosi, Sigma Gamma Tau. Ahmed Tezgupta, Who's Who, 1991, Omicron Delta Kappa, Sigma Gamma Tau. Rocky John Maeda. James David McCormick, Second Lieutenant. Patrick Craig Muldoon, Sigma Gamma Tau. Carmen Michelle Otey, Sigma Gamma Tau. Sapna R. Patel. Timothy R. Filburn, Sigma Gamma Tau, Magna Cum Laude. Brigitte T. Raganol. Gary Lee Santoro. Christopher John Shep. Timothy Warner Seams, Sigma Gamma Tau. Robert Brent Captain, Second Lieutenant. Caroline Maria Vandendrink. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aircraft Engineering Technology. Forrest Douglas Arvin, Tau Alpha Pi, Omicron Delta Kappa. Rodney E. Campos. Joseph Richard Persona, Jr., Tau Alpha Pi, Omicron Delta Kappa. Andy James Kittner. Peter Neal Lee, Second Lieutenant. Charles Warren Marsh, Senior Class Counsel. Thomas J. Prendergast. Patrick Anthony Schneider. Brian Allen Schultes. Larry Hughes Slappy. Walter Strayman. Carrie Stewart Taylor. Todd Robert Tetzlaff. Daniel W. Verdine. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration. Cobra Afshar. Dennis E. Roy Bastian. David Paul Bjornbo. Leslie Elaine Blauholt, Senior Class Council. Eugene Charles Bopp III. Stephen Walter Bowling. Joe Monroe Cameron, who's who, 1991. Martin Thomas Cassidy, Senior Class Council. Cynthia Lee Cochran, Senior Class Council. Timothy M. Conan. Michelle Suzanne Cookson. Keith Edward DeBusman, Second Lieutenant, cum laude, Omicron Delta Kappa. Amanda Jean Ditchfield, Senior Class Council. Patricia Susan Dunlap, Treasurer, Senior Class Council. Paul L. E. Dykstra. James Todd Eads. Magna Sophia Feliciano, Senior Class Council. Sophia V. Gordy, Senior Class Council. Donald Jimmy Hall, Jr. Andrew Barksdale Howard. Michael Edward Henderson, magna cum laude, President, Senior Class Council, who's who, 1991, Omicron Delta Kappa. John Mittendorf Hunt. Duck T. Quinn. Tara Suzanne Gavadpour. Vinod Abram John, Senior Class Council. Martin Allen Cameron, Senior Class Council, Society for Collegiate Journalists. Alejandro Lanidoso, who's who, 1991, magna cum laude. Abdullah Mohammed Al-Jassim. Joy D. Moore, Senior Class Council. Michelle Renee Nichols. Ruth Eileen Ortiz. Robert Scott Patton, Senior Class Council. Russell Lee Perry. Gary J. Prestipino. Anthony Ritchie III, Second Lieutenant. Zane Conrad Rowe, who was who, 1991, Senior Class Council. Caroline Rubenbauer. Jason Elliott Simon, Senior Class Council, Omicron Delta Kappa, Society for Collegiate Journalists. David Lawrence Smith, Jr. Samuel Oladipo Shumakin, who's who, 1991, Senior Class Council, cum laude. Richard James Strollo. John Matthew Thurston, who's who, 1991, Senior Class Council. John Carroll Till, Senior Class Council. Dana Lowry Weigel. A. Richard Loretta, summa cum laude, Omicron Delta Kappa, Senior Class Council, Who's Who, 1991. Ian Robinson Wheeler, cum laude, Omicron Delta Kappa. Andrew Scott Williamson. Kyle James Woodruff, Senior Class Council. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Maintenance Management. Jose H. Berry. Jaime Gustavo Basabetti. J. Kent Benson. Scott Edward Black. James Anthony Crawford. Jack Walker Davis. Keith Brian Merrill. Thomas Augustine Moran. Leatrice Palmer Torrance. Daniel Joseph Redmond. Douglas Stephen Swanson. Jeanette Louise Tisdale. Todd Todiff. Wayne A. Wright Jr., Senior Class Counsel. Michael Wayne Yankus. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with Aviation Applications. Rezik Benjamin Ali, Omicron Delta Kappa. Massimiliano Rosario Boggs. Matthew Murray Darfel, Second Lieutenant, magna cum laude. Ross Michael Dukeshire, Second Lieutenant, cum laude. Robert Paul Edmonston, Jr. Samuel Harry Edwards. Amy Jolene Hamfelt. Jeffrey Charles Hostler. David Paul Nepper. Bentley Harmon Moser, Second Lieutenant. Timothy Glenn Smith. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Physics. Robert Allen DeReamer. Preston Scott Diamond. Michael Barry Dolan. Douglas Patrick Drove. Michael Scott Fagley, Second Lieutenant. Richard Francis Zhang, Second Lieutenant. Laura Lee Griffith, Who's Who 1991, magna cum laude. David Allen Hardin. Vandana Wall, magna cum laude. Stephen D. Lockwood, magna cum laude. Patrick Dale Marsden. Robert Dothan Metcalf. Andrew Christopher Nicholas. Kirsten Evelyn Parker. Bruce Douglas Roadley. Jennifer Suzanne Tom, Second Lieutenant. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Professional Aeronautics. Stephen Wesley Bibler, MacDill Air Force Base.
Yes, I turned it up.
Joyce Briner Gmo, Department of Independent Studies. Leroy L. Taylor, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Studies. Anthony Arthur Lee, Fort Lauderdale, cum laude. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Professional Aeronautics. Bryce Keith Blankenship, Fort Bragg. Angela Jeanette Cecilia, Homestead Air Force Base. Dale Wayne Greenwald, MacDill Air Force Base. John Allen Grimes, Cecil Field, Florida. James Lee Howell, Cecil Field, magna cum laude. Alan A. Kolakowski, Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida. Jesse F. Larson, Department of Independent Studies. Craig A. Mack, McClellan Air Force Base, California. Richard A. Perry, MacDill Air Force Base. Jeffrey Charles Redder, Department of Independent Studies, McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. Anthony A. Schultz, Cecil Field. Texas Wallace, Department of Independent Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the undergraduate portion of the ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce the acting dean of the graduate school, Dr. Richard Gibson, who will present the candidates for master's degrees. Dr. Gibson.
Mr. President, the faculty of the graduate school are pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Aeronautical Engineering, Master of Aeronautical Science, Master of Aviation Management, and Master of Business Administration and Aviation. The candidates will now come to the platform to receive their diplomas. The master's oaths which the candidates will receive as they cross the stage are descended from the medieval oaths worn by professors in Paris and Bologna and later in universities around the world. In a classical tradition, every rose reflects the school's colors, sky blue and sun gold. The eagles on the gold chevron are symbolic of the unique mission of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. The field of graduate study is
Lieutenant Colonel Robert Douglas Cade, United States Air Force, Ramstein, Germany. Seng Piang Ching. Vincent Peter Galati. Patrick Charles Guidey. Marion A. Hunter, Patrick Air Force Base. Rolando Anthony Jacobs, MacDill Air Force Base. John Gige Nutu. Michael L. O'Neill, Kendall Air Force Base, Florida. Anita M. Zerang Patterson, Ramstein Air Force Base, Germany. Aren't you guys too old to be here? Mr. Faisal F. Thatcher, Saudi Arabia. James Albert Ward. Candidate for the degree of Master of Aviation Management. Bernard Anthony Castle, Andrews Air Force Base, Maryland. Candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Aviation. James David Chapman, Homestead Air Force Base. Thorsten Gunter Heisum. Harold Gregory Johnson. Volker E. Kusadov. Marshall F. Ledbetter, Jr., Patrick Air Force Base. Sue Shawan Lynn. Michael Norman McGann, Cecil Field, Florida. Gregory Andrew Ruggles. That's not Gregory. Don N. Schrum, Patrick Air Force Base. Earl D. Sutherland, Cecil Field. Walter Francis Strivick. Frank Thomas Wynn, Patrick Air Force Base. Ernest Brian Wright, Fort Lauderdale. Candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Aeronautical Engineering. Vivek Lal, Who's Who, 1991. Sunil Kumar Patel. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the candidates within the School of Graduate Studies.
Will all the candidates for degrees please rise?
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on you as appropriate the associate degree, the associate in science degree, the bachelor's degree, the Bachelor of Science degree, the master's degree, and the Master of Science degree, with all of the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. You may now move your tassels from right to left.
Please be seated.
In the era of the 1990s, it is a privilege to find a person who has cultivated diverse areas of knowledge and turned each of them into a record of accomplishment. Dr. Edward Randolph Jane is one such individual. Each decade, it seems, Dr. Jane's life has been an adventure, an exploration into a new avenue of achievement, of service, and most certainly of self-fulfillment. As we have already seen, Dr. Jane is still young and has other paths to walk. Randy Jane was born in Kirksville, Missouri, a small, very traditional Midwestern community. That background led Randy to the United States Air Force Academy, where he balanced formal studies in international relations with a program in flight training. While serving in the Air Force, he both strengthened and further diversified his knowledge by earning a doctoral degree in political science with an emphasis on national security affairs. This intense military and academic training soon earned Dr. Jane governmental assignments, first on the Council of International Economic Policy, then on the National Security Council staff, and later as Associate Director for International Security and International Affairs. Thus, by the age of 36, he established the pattern of diversity and achievement which continues to characterize his career. In 1980, he began a 7-year tenure with General Dynamics, which found him initially involved in aerospace planning and later in management as Vice President of Corporate Planning. Now as President of McDonnell Douglas Missile Systems Company, Dr. Jane has effectively merged these various backgrounds. He presides over a large corporate aerospace firm which works closely with the American military and depends in part on cooperative research with America's academic institutions. It is clear that Dr. Jane's achievements have combined diversity with some threads that have maintained a continuity as well. For both his breadth and depth of achievement, we salute Dr. Edward Randolph Jane II with the degree of Doctorate of Aviation Management, honoris causa. May you bring this nation with more achievements such as those you bring before us today.
Dr. Jane, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, and on the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Aviation Management, honoris causa, with all of the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities appertaining thereto.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I wish to depart somewhat from your printed program. As some of you may be aware, our President, General Kenneth Coleman, has announced his retirement this summer. This will be his last commencement exercise in which he will participate as President. And therefore, we have chosen this time to honor him for his service and contributions to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I would like to ask Mr. Adams to return to the podium to make a special presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of his service to the university, the Board of Trustees and the faculty wish to honor President Coleman with the honorary Doctor of Aviation Management, honoris causa. President Coleman, would you please join me at the podium?
President Kenneth L. Tallman's leadership of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University has served as the culmination of an outstanding career in the fields of aviation, education, and administration, nurturing America's only comprehensive aviation university toward its present maturity. As many of you may know, General Tallman brought exceptional credentials to Embry-Riddle. In aviation, he had earned over 6,000 hours of flying time in many different aircraft, ranging from the propeller-driven P-51 Mustang to the F-4 Phantom. He also had exceptional academic qualifications earned at West Point, at George Washington University, and at the National War College. His administrative experience had been superb, highlighted by his term as Superintendent of the United States Air Force Academy. There, from 1977 to 1981, he achieved an excellent accreditation rating while opening the doors of the Academy to women and aggressively promoting greater opportunities for minorities. However, we at Embry-Riddle will remember President Tallman for bringing maturity to the university's broadening program. Academically, he engineered the development of a graduate school, doubled the number of doctoral faculty, and elevated admission standards in all departments. He also directed major construction of new facilities on both campuses to provide more classroom space, better student services, and more efficient management. Administratively, he achieved a major reorganization and initiated a complex self-study which will serve as the foundation for future planning. Now, President Tallman is retiring after 6 years of admirable service to Embry-Riddle. He may leave us with a splendid record of achievement, but more importantly, he has laid the groundwork for the difficult job which still lies ahead. And as an active member of the community, we are certain he will continue to help us in facing these continuing challenges. So today we honor President Tallman. We honor him for his brilliant military career, for his years at the Academy, and for his achievements as President of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. In consideration of these contributions to America and the education of its young people, we are proud to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Aviation Management, honoris causa. May you enjoy a healthy and prosperous retirement.
All I need is a set of golf clubs.
Individuals